This is the euro yen on the 15-minute time frame, and this is a violation trade playing for a retest of a 1618 close to the completion of a back pattern here and an AB equals CD pattern just a little bit beyond it. So what I'm just going to do is remove everything off. I want to talk through this trade because it is not the clearest to run through. So here on the daily time frame, we've just had a big daily cipher pattern complete. That's just gone up and hit target ones at the 382, as you can see there. If we do drop down a time frame here, let's go to the 240. We can see price is just meandering higher here at the moment. And if we draw out what price did, new structure low, outside return, new structure low. Then here we put in a retest, so pretty much a head and shoulders here. We pulled back, and then if I just get this right, if we duplicate this and make an AB equals CD pattern, you can see that we have price potentially coming to that AB equals CD pattern. If I just bring the orders, I'm actually shooting a little bit beyond that. So right there we can see potential head and shoulders. If we're going to complete that AB equals CD pattern, we are going to have to get there, and we're going to have to go bullish as a result of that. So let's drop to the 60 now. Okay, here we had, what's the best way to explain this? Let's remove that off for a moment. Yeah, this is all over the place, but basically new high, outside return, new high, outside return, new high. And then if I drop down to the 15-minute, this is something I was interested in getting involved with. It was a triangle looking like this. And I was going to enter for the breakout so that I could hold for the extension of the bigger head and shoulders. I didn't do that because these areas here were too close to the high here, and it could have been a double top, though I didn't think it was going to be. However, if I do put this, in fact, just let me delete all this off, make it a bit clearer. If I do put this structure level on here, you can see this has been tested, tested, tested. I will just draw out our triangle pattern, which came off, by the way, and hit targets, though I was not in it. We broke to the upside. Well, guess what? We've pulled back. Where have we pulled back into? We pulled back into the structure level. We have already had a higher high, higher close just here. So I simply waited for a pullback here and a chance to get long. Now there is more to add to this as well. I'm hoping I'm not making it too complicated here. If we just zoom in a little bit. So this structure level here has now been tested 3 times. We've got an indecision candle that happened at 9 o'clock, and the hourly candle was a big higher high, higher close. And if we just look left to see how many times this structure level has been tested, we can see here that it's been tested multiple times. We've seen a bit of a reaction here. You can see here is better, here as well, here. Not big reactions, but it's where it's been, we've seen a reaction here, that's for sure, here and here. Okay, so I won't go any further back, and so I can also look at this being a violation trade. And what that is when we violate major structure defined as being tested at least 3 times, and we violate it with a big momentum candle. Now it's a good violation, but it's not a momentum candle. We then see a pullback into the highlighted area, the wicks, and we simply drop down the time frame and look for a higher high, higher close. So a fair bit of confluence there. Certainly this is the better one for me here as we look at this this pattern that was resistance now becomes support, and so if I just bring back on the orders, it means that I can implement my stop just 5 pips below the low, which is what I would do for a violation trade, and then play for that extension up there at the 129.70. It does mean that the risk on this trade is 15 pips for a reward of 35. Now if I just go out to the 60, there is one other thing as well, and that is that we have an advanced pattern, and we have a back pattern setting up like this. Entries a little bit earlier than that, I think. Entries here at the 886. Now I haven't gone for those targets, I've gone earlier than that because of the AB equals CD pattern, and if we also put a full extension of this leg here, we do have a 1618 coming in at 129.72, so my targets are at 129.70. I hope I haven't made that too complicated, as I said. So 15 pips here for 35, so giving us a 3-to-1 risk reward. Quite a bit of confluence, but isn't as clear as I would like. Nevertheless, the trading opportunity is there for me. And we're back for the final update, and this was short and sweet. We simply just blew right through there and we stopped out for minus 15 pips.